Well, our major concern is when you look at us, each game we've averaged anywhere from 60 to 65 plays a game. And when you look at that offense, they're averaging anywhere from 85 to 90 plays a game. So it's more tempo. And what we've been trying to do is it's hard to really practice just to simulate just getting those plays in. But, we've been trying to just practice at a fast tempo, and we're getting guys up on the football. And they're averaging, you look at them the last 5 games, 60-plus points. And, but the thing about it is we know this. We play good defense, and we just have to get lined up. We have to get lined up on defense, and we have to tackle well.
Brandon, what is you guys have had such a great year defensively, and the offense, obviously, of Florida gets so much of the talk, but probably the unsung story of this football team is how good this defense has been. You've been around Florida. You've been around some great defense. Talk about this defense and what makes it so good.
Well, I think we had a lot of younger guys, just step up to the plate. They made a personal decision, and they wanted to come out and, play, Florida traditional defense. And I think we done that. Our offseason, that was a really big part of, younger guys kind of attacked that and took that in. We knew if we worked hard in the offseason, it'll all pay off. And I think that's what happened this season, we've been playing good, every Saturday, and just, it's stepping stones, after we got beat by Ole Miss, I think that was the reality check for us, that we was beatable, and guys just started doing all the smaller things, and, it kind of worked out for us.
Jermaine, could you just talk about the need to try and get pressure on Sam Bradford, how important it's going to be for you guys on the line to be able to generate some rush to where you don't have to always blitz if you want to get pressure on him, just the job of getting to the quarterback?
With the type of offense they run, how they do the little hurry-up offense, we just got to hurry up and get set, and just do what we've been doing, just playing football. Every quarterback, you get pressure on them, knock them down, sack them a couple of times, it'll always mess up their rotation, how they throwing the ball. So we just need to just get to Sam Bradford and get in his head.
Coach Strong, how important is Tim Tebow to your defensive schemes? Seeing that guy practice every day, preparing for a Sam Bradford and the other quarterback over the last couple of years.
Well, these guys have said it. Tim Tebow is a winner. And you just look at him and everyone around him, he make them better. And the thing about Tebow is, like Brandon has said earlier, every decision he makes is for the football team. And anything we want him to do, if we ask him to go play scout team quarterback for us just to make us a better defense, he'll do it. But he's a winner, and everybody around him, he makes him a better football player.
Charlie, Brandon and Jermaine have been kind of impact players since they've come to campus. Can you talk about the development, though, of Ryan Stamper and what he's brought to your defensive side of the ball?
Ryan Stamper, the most reliable football player on our team. If you were to take a football player, and you can ask these two guys right here, just say, if you were to take a guy on our football team and say, who's a guy that you can always count on? Ryan Stamper. Every guy on our football team would say that. But it's not only the development of Ryan Stamper. If you look at our football team, like Brandon Spikes became a good football player this year. You look at last year, we had some guys that played, and you talk about our defense last year. It's like the guy got to third base or whatever without ever hitting a baseball. And now the guys understand what it takes to be a good football player. Jermaine Cunningham, Spikes, our whole defense, guys have really stepped up. You're looking in the other room, there's Ahmad Black, someone that we didn't even hear about last year. He was just a special teams player. Ahmad has came on, he's become a good football player for us. But this whole defense, I don't know if these guys realize how good they are, and they're a good football team, a good defensive team, and they don't realize how good they are, but we do have a good defense.
And as a follow-up, I know you've been around some great defenses at Florida, and I know you still have one huge game left to play, but this particular defense, can you put in perspective just how good they've been this year?
Well, like you said, in 06 we had a really good defensive football team, but we had a group of guys on that team with Moss, with a Reggie Nelson. You had some first rounders, and you're going to have some guys that are going to develop on this defense in the first rounders. But right now, those guys haven't developed. You have a defense now that is a good, solid team, a defensive team, where guys understand that they don't want to let anyone else down. And that's the way they play. Each week they play like that. I cannot let my teammate down. And we always talk about win every play, and these guys understand it. You have to win every play, and that's what they're trying to do, win every play.
This is for the two players. Guys, could you just talk about Bradford, what you see out of him, what particularly stands out that looks impressive to you, and is there anybody else you've seen in your careers so far that he reminds you of?
Well, I think Bradford, he does a great job of managing the offense. He gets the guys lined up, they get their checks in, and they own the ball before you know it. They're running another play. But, far as his throwing ability, and he scans the defense, and, he knows what coverages, going on. I think he do a really great job of that, and I think he does a good job of throwing the ball, on a tight line. If we playing man, we're going to have to stick him because he'll get the ball. We can't let him really sit back and sling the ball, that kind of mess up our defensive scheme. So we want to pressure that guy. But, other players on the team, I think their offensive liners, they're really, really big and athletic. So we got to do a great job. The linebackers got to come downhill, and try to get off blocks and make plays. So.
With Sam Bradford being a Heisman winner, the defense, we just got to try to contain him, just try to get pressures on him, trying to make sure he don't get on rhythm, just keep him off rhythm, because once he gets on rhythm, he's one of the best throwing the ball. He just reads the defenses and controls their offense real good, so we just got to make sure he don't get off on rhythm.
It's sort of been made up in the media that the Big 12 is all offense, and there's Oklahoma, and the SEC is all defense, and there's Florida's defense. Do you guys take it a little bit of a personal challenge to prove the SEC way is better and the defense wins out over offense?
Well, I think they're having a great year this year. Their quarterbacks, the offensive attack, they really, they turn it up out there. But I feel like this will be a defensive game. Defense win championships. So I feel like whoever defense comes, who comes to play and show up and get stops and, cause turnovers, I feel like, we'll win the game. Whoever defense plays the best will win the game. So, offense sell tickets and defense win championships. So.
The outstanding suit you wore yesterday, that's your good luck suit? Did you wear that 2 years ago, and will you don that again at all in the next week?
Yeah, I'm kind of superstitious, so I figured, we won it. We won big out of Arizona my freshman year, so I figured I'd throw it on one more year, what the heck. So that's what I did, It's kind of nice. My mother made it for me, so.
Brandon, how much does it help that you guys, it's a different city, obviously, but you've been here at the national title game before. You've won it. How much is that helping so far?
Well, it's critical with the experience aspect. We had guys like me and Jermaine, in 06, we was able to experience that opportunity. We was around guys that, they knew what it took to get here, and they knew what it took to win the championship. So, with that on our hands, I think that'll help us out. We know what to expect, as far as this phase of practicing. When we get ready to go practice, we really can't let outside distractions, bother the team. We got to keep all the watch and stuff like that, and keep the most importantly, keep the younger guys, focused, because it's very easy, this place there in South Florida is very easy, get off the task of what we're here for. So I think knowing that we've done it before, in 06, I think we know that we can do it again. So as long as we stay focused.
Well, like Brandon said, what's really critical is coming here 2 years ago, or not here, but actually in Phoenix, is just the whole experience. And then just, the preparation and getting guys ready to play. And then you look at the game, it's January the 8th. A lot of games are already going to be they are going to be finished by then. But just our whole focus and just the preparation of guys going out each day and competing. And he had spoken earlier about just phases. We try to break it down into 3 phases, where phase 1 is right when they finish their final exams. We practice for 3 or 4 days where we really get after it, and where guys go out and we hit. And then we let them go home for Christmas, and then we come back for phase 2. And then before we came here, we ended up, and now we go to phase 3. But we just break it down where guys understand, hey, there's 3 phases. Now you're in phase 3. So the preparation, it's game week now, so let's get ready for game week. And just like we've done all season, we've taken care of business, and this is the way we prepare, and this is the way we've been doing it.
Ryan, can you talk about just your development from leaving First Coast to high school and way back when? And originally, I think you were going to go to Auburn. You ended up going to Florida at the last second, and just the work that you've had to put in to get onto the football field here.
Well, yeah, just like you said, I committed to Auburn. Coach Mike came, and when he got the job, that pretty much changed my mind, go to Florida. And my first year here, I redshirted. Second year, didn't really play at all. That was my redshirt freshman year. Last year, I did pretty well, on special teams, pretty much tried to become a leader on the field. And then just when the season just got here, I just stepped my game up, and players started respecting me, coaches started respecting me, became a captain on the team, and it just, now we're here now, and it's been real good for me this year, so I'm proud of that. So
This question's for a couple of you guys. How has having Tim Tebow on offense helped you guys as a defense, him being so dynamic out on the field, make you guys get better each and every week? First, I guess Ryan being the captain.
Well, Tim Tebow, the energy he brings to the team just, makes you want to, play to the same level he's playing at. So just watching him at practice, when we go doing through practice, when he's going against our twos, when our one defense going against our two offense, it just makes us want to practice even harder because, he's out there having fun. So, it's just when you out there just sweating and you tired and you like, man, I'm sweating and tired, but this dude having fun. So, make you just want to go out there and have fun and play and just, get better.
Major talk about his intensity.
He's one of those guys that motivate you. He can get you up in the weight room. Say if you only bench 225 5 times, he's one of those guys that's gonna make you get it 6 or 7 times.
Talk about him. Everybody's always talking about so much about him on the field, but just talk about him a little bit off the field. It seems like he's just as dynamic off the field.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that's a primo. I mean, he does everything right. I mean, he's one of those guys that's just a leader on and off the field. He helps you on and off the field. Bible study. He kind of leads a Bible study, study groups, anything. Tebow is that guy.
Amon and Joe, same question.
Well, Tebow stayed one complex over from me, and growing up with Stephen Wilkes over there a lot, so kind of have me over with Tebow a lot. So just him being there, just his presence, bring up the whole room, and he nice guy. He kind of aggressive off the field too. So, he aggressive with everything he do. He take care of himself and lives a great life.
Joe.
Well, with Tebow, his roommate Riley Cooper, me and him are really cool. So usually when I go over there, I just Tebow just chilling on the couch watching TV, and I just go over there just mess with him a lot, just play on the video games. So on and off the field, he's a really good dude. He just he'll just call you when he's about to go out to do something. So when he'll just call you, you just go over there and chill with him.
Joe, I noticed the haircut. Could you show us each side just so we could get a good little shot of it, and then could you explain what each side means?
All right. Well, on this side, on the right side right here, I got a star and a 5 with my number. And on the other side, I got BCS 1. Not like we ranked number 1 in the BCS. It just win the championship game, so I put number 1 right there.
Who did it?
It's this dude named Tony. I just met him, matter of fact, because last week, at the SEC, at the SEC championship, Trottow had a mohawk, and I liked the designs he had in his head, and I asked him who did it. I said, I'm going to get that for the national championship game. So then he told me, and then I went Thursday and got it done.
Think you can get Tebow to do that?
I don't know. I think I haven't even, dang. I need to go ahead and ask him.